Twice in a single week. Can you guys believe that?
We're just gonna hang out for a bit.
No painting today. I was going to work on it. I promise you. I was going to work on it. But so much has happened today. Just today. And I look like shit. So don't judge me. Don't hate me. Don't judge me. It's the day after Halloween. I get a pass. And plus, you guys have seen my naked face before, so there's that.
And there's a viewer. Hello, viewer. Is that couch? No, maybe not.
I'm just gonna sit here awkwardly until people start showing up.
Just sipping my coffee.
Hello, person. I cannot see who you are, but I do know you're watching. I see that you're seeing. Curbster! Hey, Kirby! Did you get a new account? Or did you just change your name? I'm gonna wait for your reply. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen you, so welcome back. I miss seeing you in the comments, dude. You always ask, like, the most amazing questions. So, I'm glad you're back. Just letting you know. I appreciate you. And I'm sorry I look like crap. Day after Halloween, I get a pass. Yeah. It's okay. But yeah, I am glad you're back. But yeah. Hey, Manny, I'm glad you finally made it on. Sorry that you haven't been able to make the last couple of live streams, but like I said, I was going to be doing more live streams, and I'm keeping my promise, more live streams, so that way we can all chit-chat here together. Oh gosh, more people. So it's a little intimidating. I don't have any makeup on. This is a little weird. I'm just drinking coffee, by the way. It looks like a plain black mug on your guys' side, but it's actually the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum mug. I got this for Christmas last year from Zach's mom. Zach's mom was so nice to do like a little gift thing for all of us that work there. So it was really sweet. By the way, 4-hour intense investigation at the Haunted Museum. Oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch the live broadcast of the Haunted Museum thing on the Travel Channel. I was out taking my kids trick-or-treating. Since they got out of school, like, we brought them home, they got changed. I was barely ready to go, and we were just out the door trick-or-treating until, like, I think it was only about, like, 7:30, though, but they got a lot of candy, so. I want a shirt and a hoodie from the museum. Well, they have plenty of those. Yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. I do want to catch it. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go to the Travel Channel website to watch it. I do want to watch it, though. Oh, my nose is all gross. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ugh. It's getting cold again, and whenever it gets cold, my nose just runs. It's the weirdest freaking thing ever. Watch it and then let's talk about it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, we are getting more and more viewers, and I have no makeup on. So, what were you guys for Halloween? It's still not cold here in Florida. Well, in Florida, I would actually be shocked if it's cold out there, because, yeah, I follow, oh, thank you, Manny. You're so sweet. I follow Charles Trippy on CTFXC here on YouTube. Hi, Brianna. Oh, I'm so glad you made it. Yay. I have no makeup either. Well, Manny, we would have to have a conversation if you're wearing makeup. we would need to have a word. Not that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying we would need to talk about, you know, coming out of some closets. But yeah, no, oh shoot, what was I saying? That train of thought left without me, and I'm left at the station. What was I saying? Shoot. Yeah, it's left without me. And I'm left at the train station sitting there wondering why the train left without me. But yeah, I'm not going to be working on this painting today, guys. Just letting you guys know. I already said it before you guys got on here, but I'm going to work on it another time because it needs a lot of my concentration for this foothill. But, which closets? The dark ones? Yes, Mohad. Candy and trick-or-treating and his museum. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yes, Manny has purchased, well, is going to purchase, but I'm holding it off to the side for him. Manny is going to be the proud owner of this seascape that I painted. It's shining and reflecting a bit weird, but yeah, this actually took me quite a while to do because I was trying to get the colors right, trying to get the textures right, and also trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with this. Because I'd never done a seascape before and it was coming out really well. Actually, no, I did do a seascape. Sorry. I did one seascape before, but my kids actually took that one. But, yeah, this was my first like actual like seascape with beach and everything. And I actually really love how it came out. I was really proud of it. And I was really happy that Manny wanted to be the one to own it. Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was, oh my God. Transforming into Edna Live was so nerve-wracking. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys there. I was so nervous doing that. I was actually talking to my friend Joe, and I was telling him, I was just like, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I doing this? Why did I agree to do this? Why am I doing this? I have full options to just not, but I'm still going ahead with it. Am I a masochist? It's very eye-grabbing at the shoreline. Thank you, Kirby. Yeah, I am actually really happy with how it came out. It looks nothing like the reference that I used, which I'm happy about. But I was actually trying to go by the reference, and then I just kind of went off on my own thing and was just like,
No, I want the ocean to be bright and sparkly.
And it came out bright and sparkly. It's nice. Yeah, I had a hard time too with the sand. Oh my God, it kept coming out flesh toned and it was driving me crazy. Oh, thank you, Manny, because you're great at it and a great YouTuber, and you don't give up on things, which I love about you. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so nice. I just, like, can you speak like that all through the live stream? Oh. Once I'm Edna, once I'm in the clothes and the wig and the glasses and everything, it's actually really hard for me to not do the accent. Because there have been times where like I've been wanting to just talk to people, like just like low key, just be like, hey, by the way, it's me, Sarah. And they're like, oh shit, holy cow, you look so different. Wow, that's really cool. And so like I try to talk to them and then like it like slowly goes back to Edna and it's it's a little weird. But it is actually really hard for me to talk normal when I'm dressed as Edna. And my hair is just giving me all kinds of problems. I'm sorry, guys. If you saw my post on Instagram, I did a basic bitch look. So I wore a wig and everything. That wig did not last. It gave me a major headache really fast. You're not the first person to tell me that, Manny, which is weird. Yeah, oh God, it was just that wig is so heavy and it's very tight on my head because I have a big head. Hello, Jessica. Oh my,
You're good on another live stream. Thank you. You're so sweet.
but yeah, I love doing Edna. Don't get me wrong. But there are times where it's like I kind of want to turn it off. I kind of want to shut it off, but like I can't until I get out of Edna, which is a little weird. But hey, stay lovey. But yeah, I as you guys saw in the title, I won a giveaway. Which, oh my God, it's like an amazing start to November because I've had the most horrendous 2 months of my life. September and October, I was just depressed the entire 2 months, and all last month never felt like Halloween for me. Even yesterday, taking the kids out trick-or-treating, it didn't feel like Halloween, and I was really bummed out, and I was getting a lot of like not so nice messages from guys that I hadn't talked to in months or years regarding my basic bitch post. And it made me really insecure, made me feel really bad about myself. So, I mean, it wasn't like anything like attacking. It was just like, very like pushy and like a little unwelcomed. And so it was just it put me in a really bad place, and I was just glad to take the kids out trick-or-treating because they had a lot of fun and I had a lot of fun taking them. Yeah, it was gross and ick and nasty, and it just made me feel bad about myself that like, first off, that these guys that I know didn't feel like talking to me until I looked like their type, kind of a thing. And all they had to say was very grotesque, nasty things. And yeah, it was just like, first off, you don't care to talk to me unless I look the way you want me to look. And second of all, you have no respect for women. Good to know. So I didn't respond to any of them because I just didn't care to give them that kind of time and attention. But today, I started my day off with finding a link for the brand new Yu Yu Hakusho OVA. There's two. The first one's like only like 12 minutes long, and then the second one is like 15. But I got to watch both. Okay. Let's just start with the whole giveaway thing. Okay, so the giveaway thing I found out after I got done watching Yu Yu Hakusho. But I'm subscribed to the Layer of Voltaire, who does gothic homemaking here on YouTube. Amazing channel. If you have any interest in how gothic homemaking can look when it comes to like making it look elegant and tasteful and not like what's the word, like, cheesy or very Halloweeny like all year long, like instead of making it look like that but making it look gothic and beautiful, it's a great show to kind of learn how to have that beautifully gothic aesthetic look in your home without breaking the bank, and also without like just making it look cheesy. So I'm gonna say his name wrong because I can't pronounce like really fancy names correctly, but Aurelio Voltaire is his name. He's the one that runs the channel, and he's also an amazing singer. He is part of a band that he does a lot of songwritings and singing for. Amazing guy, and he was doing a giveaway, and on his Target haul video, he did a giveaway at the end of that and asked the audience, what is your happiness target? And if you won, then you were gonna get a decorative pumpkin. And I didn't really, the decorative pumpkin was really cute, don't get me wrong, but it didn't really attract me so much as I just liked the question, the ability to like have him see my comment and everything of, my happiness target and everything. And of course I made it about my kids, and because I mean they really are, when they're happy, I'm happy, and I love the shit out of my kids. I spoil them too much, but I basically said that like I call myself a jack of all trades, master of none, and it's really true. And a lot of the reason is that I try all these different things because if my kids want something and I can't afford it, I make it, and I learn how to make it, and I do everything that I can with the tools that I have. And if they want to dabble in art, I give them my easel and my paints and brushes, and I let them sit here and I let them go at painting. And my youngest, even 5 years old, she wanted to paint along with Bob Ross, so I got her all set up. I even had her use my phone so she could watch Bob Ross and paint along with him, and she did so good. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's not finished yet. Hopefully I can get her to finish it soon, but I mean, oh god, it's so sweet. But yeah, I mean, does everything have to be sharp on top? What do you mean by that, Kirby? I'm learning to love myself and learning to be single on purpose. Yes. It's Bob Ross's boss. Yes. I will get to that in a second here. Manny, sorry. I'm not awake yet. Let me have some more coffee. Hold on. Okay, so yes, Gothic design. No, not everything has to be sharp on top for Gothic design. Okay, now that I know what you mean. Yeah, no, you should definitely watch Lair of Voltaire. Lair Voltaire, Voltaire. Amazing channel, and he's so cheesy with his like lines and jokes and everything. He really is the dad of all dad jokes and puns and everything. He's absolutely adorable with his jokes. I love watching him, and I love his jokes because I get like that too, where I'll think of something and then I'm just like, hey, it's funny, and everybody looks at me like I'm crazy. But yeah, he did his what is a monster party video released today, and in the video he was doing the names of the people who won the giveaway, and mine was the first one of the Target haul, and he even read part of my comment, and I was just like, holy shit, I don't win anything, guys. I have signed up for so many giveaways so many times in my life. I have won contests, I have won tournaments, but that's just like, you know, doing stuff that where you submit something that gets like read and examined or like seen, but when it comes to like just putting your name in a thing and whatnot, I never win, never. I do have a very strange gift though when it comes to like guessing how many jelly beans are in a jar. I get almost like scarily accurate, and I don't even know how I do it, but anyway. Yeah, so that's like my history when it comes to like giveaways and everything. So yeah, he read my comment and everything and said, you know, congratulations, Yinyangsara. He actually spelled my username wrong, but it's okay. Like a lot of people do, because I guess traditionally it is supposed to be Ying and then Yang, but I did it the more modern, less accurate way when I started this channel, which was in 2012. So it was quite a few years ago. I was a bit ignorant to all that. So, but yeah, oh my gosh, it was just, and we're back. But yeah, yay! Thank you guys. Thank you guys. But yeah, it was surreal with him reading my username and everything and reading my comment. I was just like, holy shit, I actually won. So I sent him a DM on Instagram, and I hope he sees it. I hope he's able to respond, because I don't know any other way to get a hold of him, because YouTube got rid of private messaging. So I don't know. But anyway, let's continue on. Yu Yu Hakusho. Okay, so if you guys know me, if you guys have seen my channel for any length of period of time, you know that I used to do a Let's Otaku About Anime, which I do plan on bringing that series back. I just have to find somebody who would be willing to help me edit videos, because I just don't have the time or energy to edit videos anymore. So I did a special episode of showing my Yu Yu Hakusho collection, because it is my most favorite anime of all animes. I grew up watching like Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball Z, Big O, Trigun, Akira. I mean, you name it, I've probably seen it. I mean, of course, you know, like Rurouni Kenshin. Samurai Champloo is not one that I really watched. I didn't care for the animation in that one, though. That was why it was a little weird for me. But yeah, Cardcaptor Sakura, Case Closed, Dia and Angel. I have a bunch of manga over here. And I still love anime. I love like Tokyo Ghoul and One Punch Man, like all these brand new animes. They're so cool. So yes, the brand new OVA of Yu Yu Hakusho. If you go to yuyuhakusho.tv, it'll take you to a website that's all Yu Yu Hakusho. Candace, you schmuck. Glad you survived Halloween. Congrats. Thank you. I don't look like I survived, but I did. Thank you, hun. You're so sweet every time. Oh God, I love you guys so much. This is why I live stream. This is why I prefer also to live stream, because you guys are just so awesome, and I love interacting with you guys. But yeah, so I found a link because I follow this yeah, anime and paranormal. Oh God, I love so many crazy things. I'm such a nerd. I'm sorry, guys. I I found the link through an Instagram page, Hiei-san on Instagram. The amazing, very interactive page. I think it's a girl that runs the page, and she is amazing. She's very, very open in talking about like where to get a hold of these links and everything. Just an amazing fan of Yu Yu Hakusho as well. And yeah, Spirited Away, that's another good one. Ugh. Studio Ghibli though, just anything from Studio Ghibli. But I love you guys too. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I downloaded it. Hey, Couch! Oh, I'm so glad you got on. But yeah, so I already talked about Layer of Voltaire, so just letting you know that, Couch, because Couch was the one that got me into watching Layer of Voltaire. So thank you, Couch, so much. You are awesome. Love you. Yeah, anything Studio Ghibli rocks. But yeah, so I watched both OVA specials. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay, Couch. It's all right. You're here now. That's all that matters. But yeah, okay. So I watched Two Shot. Now here's the thing. This was the first Yu Yu Hakusho manga that I bought. I've seen the first Dragon Ball Super movie, the Battle of the Gods one. I haven't seen any others since, and I really want to watch the Frieza one. But yes, so this is Yu Yu Hakusho Volume 7, and this is the two-shot one where it shows the story of how Hiei and Kurama met. And it was one of my favorite ones, and I always wanted to see them do an episode of this, but they never did. And now for their 25th anniversary, they finally did! Oh, and it's so cool! It is so cool. First off, the animation is just top-notch. It is beautifully clean. It is so good. And I just like, I felt like I was 14 again. Oh my god. No, it's not on Crunchyroll. If you want to see the OVA specials, it's only in Japanese. They don't even have it in English subtitles yet. So please keep that in mind. The English dub is probably not going to be out for quite a while, although the original cast of the American dub of Yu Yu Hakusho has all agreed to be a part of dubbing the new OVAs. So hopefully that does get done here soon. I don't know when though. As soon as I know, I'll try to keep you guys updated with that if you want. I know not everybody's into anime or even Yu Yu Hakusho. No, this is just 2 OVA special episodes. The first one, which is Two Shot, is only 12 minutes long, and then the other one that is called All or Nothing, that one is about 15 minutes long. So yeah, probably about a year or so. Oh, the animation is just so good though. Like, because growing up watching this series and everything, yeah, it's just so good. Watching the original series, growing up watching it on Toonami and everything, it was great. It was wonderful, but every episode, because Yoshihiro Togashi, the great thing about this man was that he wanted to incorporate other anime artists into his series, like give them a little bit of a push, of a shove, of like, hey, show off your artwork, hey, help me be a part of this. And like he really wanted to have that kind of like a community when it comes to his series of Yu Yu Hakusho, which is another reason why that show was just so good. Yoshihiro Togashi, like this, I know everybody loves Hunter x Hunter, I know, but Yu Yu Hakusho is better, I promise. Anyway, but yeah, so watching Two Shot was absolutely amazing. It was so cool to actually see it animated for once after, knowing the entire episode for years. So watching it in Japanese wasn't that big of a deal for me. But for somebody who hasn't read the manga or anything, it might be a little difficult for you guys to really understand what's going on. So until they come out with the English subtitles or even the English dub, it might be a little kind of redundant to watch something you can't really understand, unless you wanted to see it for the anime special effects and everything. Now, All or Nothing. Oh, it was like a brand new episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, and it was so good. It was so good. Oh my god. It was so good. It was, oh, I could barely, okay, just understand, Manny, though. Even like I used to know Japanese a lot. I am very rusty now, and it was very hard for me to understand anything that was saying. Fangirl Sarah in her natural habitat. Yeah. Is this anime with the girl on the beach complaining she can't wait anymore? That's actually the last episode of Yu Yu Hakusho where she's on the beach and she's cussing out Yusuke. Because he told her to wait 3 years, and I think at that time it was only 2, actually, which, you know, it's like, girl, be patient. He said 3. But anyway, here's one complaint that I have when it comes to the newer episode, not the animating an old one, but the actual completely new story and everything of Yu Yu Hakusho. First off, it was only 15 minutes long. Should have been longer. But also, I really think they missed an opportunity. There's a lot of unanswered questions in Yu Yu Hakusho, which is why, very much why, in the Yu Yu Hakusho fandom, there's 2 sides. There's the side that thinks Yu Yu Hakusho needs to come back and finish the series and answer all these questions and everything. And then there's the other side of, it ended. And it ended on a good note. We're fine. So there's like 2 sides to the Yu Yu Hakusho fandom. I'm personally kind of like in the middle, because I'm like, yeah, it did end, and yeah, it's, you know, it's an anime. It actually ran longer than most animes in Japan. Most animes only run for 24 episodes. It's very typical in Japan for most series to not go past 24 episodes. And sometimes they don't even make it to 24 episodes. So, yeah, I would be in the middle. But it's just because I see both sides. I understand both sides. So it's like, you know, there's 112 episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho, which, again, you know, it's like, yeah, that they made it more than most animes, and they were quite successful and everything. And I mean, even still, 25 years later, they're still huge and whatnot. And they have 2 movies as well. I recommend that if you watch the first one, just kind of like give it a grain of salt. You know, it's not the greatest of storylines. It's kind of boring, honestly. I kind of lost interest in the 3 times that I tried watching it. But in the second movie is fantastic. I love the second movie. But you don't watch it in English. Do not watch it in Japanese with English subtitles. It's way better. Anyway, yeah, so I know pretty much everything there is to know about Yu Yu Hakusho, and because of that, I also understand the other side of continuing the story, because there's so many unanswered questions. You never meet Yusuke's father. You don't even know who he was, if he died or if he left, whatever. You never see Kuwabara's parents, and, you know, where are they? What are they doing? Like, why are they letting their 14-year-old child just run amok throughout Japan? And, you know, it's weird, you know. Also, I can't really talk about that because that's a bit of a spoiler. If you read the manga, the way that Yu Yu Hakusho ends in the manga is a little bit different than how it ends in the series. And I'm not saying, like, when it comes to, like, oh no, it's okay, Jessica, thank you so much for joining for as long as you could. I love you. But yeah, it's not different in the sense of, like, the enemies and how things ended with, like, the big boss or anything like that. It ends differently in the sense of, like, what happens personally to the characters, like, after like the storm has blown over, in a way, if you get what I'm saying. Like, after, like, the whole climax of everything, like, everything kind of calms down into, like, this final episode of, like, them living their lives and whatnot and everything. And so yeah, it's just a little it's a little different, and this episode kind of doesn't answer any of that. Um, I have no idea what you were saying. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get into this like fandom thing, and like I know, like I said, I know everything there is to know about Yu Yu Hakusho, and so like my mind is like all over the place. But yeah, basically, okay, so like one example is in the manga, Yukina, who is Hiei's younger sister, well, not younger sister, they're twins, but anyway, Yukina, she goes and lives with Kuwabara. And in the anime, Yukina lives with Genkai. And so it's like differences like that. Like something's here and then something's here. We'll talk about Lord of the Rings sometime. Yes, absolutely. There's not enough things on YouTube about the Silmarillion as well. You know, it's like, Star Trek, I'm not too big of a fan of. My dad is, raised me on that. I like it, don't get me wrong. But yeah, Sir Patrick Stewart was the best, in my opinion. But anyway. But yeah, so I... Oh, of the Silmarillion or like Star Trek? What are you talking about there, Couch? Oh, Silmarillion. Actually, you know what? I would definitely borrow that from you because we've lost ours. We used to have it somewhere in this house and now it's gone. So the house swallowed it along with my hat and many other things. That's a story for another day. We will talk about the hat another time. I will make my own little special video regarding the hat story. Anyway. But yeah, I just wish that they had gone to the stories of each character personally and kind of more expanded on that and answered questions and everything like that. Because also you really don't see any of these guys' fathers. Like you don't see Kurama's father, you don't see Hiei's father, you don't see Kuwabara's parents, and you don't see Yusuke's father. So it's like, does Yoshihiro Togashi have a thing against dads? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, the story of the hat. It's a great story. It's a great story, but it's also a weird one. So it requires its own video. Yeah, I don't know. What if they were all the same father? Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like, what if there's some sort of twisted connection between all these guys? So yeah, it's like, you know, like completion. You know, my little OCD mind is like needing some completion there. I don't know if maybe they're planning something for a 30th anniversary. I would hope so. I would really hope so. But that's another 5 years away. And Yoshihiro Togashi, the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho, the artist, the writer, the amazing guy that he is, he has not been in the best of health within the last, I think, like 3 years. His health has really gone down. So I honestly don't expect anything from him, especially for the 30th anniversary that will be up in the next 5 years. I would really love to see something from him, but health is more important. And I would really hope that he gets his health either back in check or he just, you know, spends his time with his family and loved ones, because I do know, is Togashi still involved with the project? You know, from my understanding, he is very much still in complete control of the Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter series. He owns them and runs them and everything. So I would like to see him kind of, you know, hand a contract off to someone who would take care of it and actually do something with it. I would love to see that and still give him like executive decision on certain things. But I don't know, you know, not to say anything bad, but Japanese men tend to be very proud, and you know, it's their baby, and I can understand that, and it's like I would hope that he would, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on it, if you guys understand what I'm saying there. But yeah, I love Yu Yu Hakusho. It's my favorite anime of all time. A lot of it mainly is because Yusuke starts off as a spirit detective, and it's almost exact. Not exact. I shouldn't say exact, but they do start off with like traditional Japanese lore and very supernatural sense of like a paranormal investigator, and that's what sang to my heart first when I first saw it, like years ago when I was 14, and now it is just an amazing series and celebrating 25 years. 25 years, Jesus Christ. This series has been around a long time and it survived. So, yeah. All right, now we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. How are you guys? Oh yeah, let's actually talk a little bit about Manny. All things paranormal, yes. Let's talk about loving oneself and learning to choose to be single. Could have told me when I'm interested now. I'm sorry, Manny. But yeah, actually, okay, so a lot of people will hear the phrase, you can't love someone else until you love yourself first. And I am probably one of many people who have heard this growing up your entire life. And you're just like, oh, yeah. And yeah, no, I love me. Yeah, I love myself. Yeah. But it's different when you actually learn how to love yourself. When you really learn what that means and when you really learn how to love yourself. It's basically like self-care. Like self-care goes a long way because it's different to, it's one thing to say, yeah, I love me. Yeah, it's fine. And then you live like in a mess, or you live like a mess, like you drink and smoke and party all the time. Yeah, respect yourself, respect your boundaries, and also respect yourself in a way where you're not doing anything self-destructive. Excuse me, I'm burping a little bit because I've been drinking coffee, so I'm a little sorry. Self-care is way more important, way more than, what was that? Self-care is way more than hookers and cocaine. The more you know, buy a couch. Tell that to Charles Bukowski. What? Exactly. Self-care and development, like taking care of your body and love you and do you. Yes, exactly. You want to surround yourself with people who give you positive vibes, positive energy, and positive feedback too. Like you, and not just being like a yes man. Like, you know, people who you can go up to and ask them for their honest opinion, and they will give you their honest opinion, and they'll do it in a very gentle way, not in a very harsh and mean sort of way, but in a very constructive criticizing sort of way. He was the debaucherous writer. Ah, interesting. Learn something new every day. But yeah, I didn't understand that. Yeah, it's definitely more than just letting yourself have a day of relaxation on self-care Sundays. It's more than just, you know, trying something new and like dabbling in painting for the first time, or going to a welding class or something. You know, it's more than that. It's surrounding yourself with positive people who can be honest to you and can, you know, look out for you as well, and you can look out for them, because sometimes, you know, care and respect and everything, it goes both ways. And it's also, you know, doing right things, like, you know, having a glass of wine but not finishing the bottle, you know, going out and having fun without doing something dangerous or illegal, coming home to a clean room that you don't have to pick up or you trip over anything. You know, it's things like this that, like, it all comes together. It's all like just one big thing of you just loving yourself and taking care of yourself and doing things that make you happy. Learning to love you and getting to know the real you, yes. And sometimes you can't do that in relationships. Yes. We tend to drown ourselves in our significant others too. And that's where it gets really hard and really muddled to focus on yourself and learn how to love yourself when you're with someone else and you're eating the things that they're eating, or you're going to the places that they want to go to. And it's like you want to please them. And, you know, either you say no and you shut yourself at home and do absolutely nothing, or you go with them rather than doing this thing that you want to do and eating things that you don't want to eat because you're going to their restaurant or you're doing their things. And it can all be really muddled and it can be really hard. And I mean, even something like for me, like I've gained a lot of weight in my last relationship because we ate out a lot and we weren't eating very healthy. And so I gained a lot of weight. And I realized that, well, I didn't realize, I remembered that I have to keep to a certain weight because of my mental health. I'm a martial artist and I grew up very athletic, and it's very hard for me to see my body get bigger than what I like to see. And it's very hard to put on pants that used to fit perfectly or I had to wear a belt with, and now they're really tight and I don't even feel comfortable wearing them. Or wearing t-shirts that I love and they do kind of fit still, but my arms just look huge. And it's like it's something that like it eats at me. And so to keep my mental health going and being good and healthy, I have to watch what I eat, I have to exercise, I have to do these things in order to keep my mental health sane. And it's not that, you know, being bigger or anything is bad. It's just it's bad for my mental health. And so it's something I keep an eye on. There's always some part of you that puts away when you're in a relationship. It's not even that you're malicious, you're just trying to compliment them. Or that they're malicious. Okay, yes, Kirby, you are absolutely right. It's definitely something we don't always acknowledge that we do. And it's something that I've acknowledged very recently that I do. I'm a totally different person when I'm in a relationship. And it's something that I actually got really disappointed in myself. I've thought about that, Manny, but I don't know. I think that's a little too much pressure on myself, and I have really bad anxiety, so I think it would be a little unhealthy for me to do any kind of like diet documenting. So I mean, I have wanted to because I do a lot of my workouts just here in my room because I've taught myself how to utilize my room to be a workout room, and I don't have to go out. I don't have to pay for a gym. I can just work out in the comfiness of my space. So I thought about that, but maybe somewhere down the line I will, but right now I'm just not at the size that I want to be, and so I feel like putting myself on camera like that will really kind of like eat at my mind, and I've got enough. I've got enough on my plate, so I'm gonna wait on that. But anyway, yeah, I I love that I can be a different person. I don't hate that. I just hate that I let that get out of control. And by that I mean when I'm in a relationship, I notice that I am a lot more well-mannered. Like I watch how I am. I'm very respectful, like to like almost an extreme. Um yeah, and I get to a point where like I don't speak up for myself at all. um People will want to go out to eat at this certain place that I really don't care to. Like my ex, he really liked to go to like steakhouses. I'm okay with eating meat, but I don't like just meat. Like, and I don't like to eat meat often. Um, I we were going there at least like every couple of months, and I just felt unhealthy. I felt heavy. I felt, you know, like hard of breath, and oh, it was just awful. Like I hated it. I felt gross. I felt like my skin was greasy. Like I felt nasty. And he was always like, "Oh, well, let's go to the gym." Well, he signed me up to a gym that I didn't want to be a part of. Because I was already at another gym that I really enjoyed and I really liked it. And then he had me sign up with this other gym that has a 2-year contract minimum. And welcome back. Okay, let's hope that doesn't happen again. It's not windy, so I don't know why I keep losing connection. But anyway, Yeah, he wanted me to sign up to his gym because he wanted to work out at his gym because he liked that gym. He didn't like my gym. I liked my gym. I didn't like his gym. And instead of letting us have our own spaces, he insisted that I went to his gym, and I did, and I signed that awful, evil 2-year. Then I went to his gym, and I did, and I signed that awful, evil 2-year contract, like an idiot. But, yeah, yeah, and it actually has messed up with my credit as well. And I don't blame him for it. I know he just wanted us to work out together and be each other's support system, but I don't need a support system when it comes to working out. Yeah, I'm a martial artist. I know how to work out. I know what my body can and can't take. And he kept pushing me and pushing me. And like, he was having me do like really heavy weights with low reps. And I kept telling him, I don't want to get big. Stop making me do this. I want to do lighter weights and higher reps. And he would not listen. He would not listen. And it was definitely also me not speaking up enough. I should have just also me not speaking up enough. I should have just thrown down those weights and said, I'm doing this my way or I'm going home. And I've done Shotokan, Aikido, and Iaido. 3 martial arts, all Japanese martial arts, all very traditional Japanese martial arts as well. But I've only competed with Shotokan. I never competed with Aikido or Iaido. I was 5th Q in Aikido, and I don't know if I actually ever officially got a rank in Iaido, but I did train for quite a while, and I even have my own katana, and I really hope that stops doing that. I am so sorry, guys. Yes. Yes, and I'm not saying anything bad about him because we are still friends. And I feel really bad saying all this, but I mean it's just the truth. And he wasn't really paying attention to me. Heavy weights with low reps make you bigger. Yes, low weight, high reps will tone. Yes, exactly. And I already knew this. And he was just like, no, you have to build muscle first in order to tone. You can't tone without muscle. And I was like, hey, guess what? You can still build muscle while toning. It is not impossible. You just have to go harder and longer in the beginning. And then as you get, more muscle, you don't have to go as long, and you can up your weights a bit, but you can also up your reps. And he didn't understand what I was trying to say because yes, he's studied it and he's gone through lessons and everything, but I was also like hurting myself in the gym. I injured myself quite a few times, and sorry, it's just the truth. We're talking about self-care and self-love, and it came up. I'm sorry. I told him though that we are still friends, and so it is really hard to talk about all this, but it's the truth, and I'm not one to like sugarcoat things. So yes, exactly. And that's the thing, is that men tend to take things almost personally. Do you really want to get into this? Because we will. We will. I seriously injured myself on this leg lift machine because he was saying that I could do it. And I kept telling him this was too heavy. And sure enough, I injured my hip. And I didn't tell him about it. And I had a good lip for a while. And again, I didn't speak up for myself. That is my biggest flaw. I have the hardest time speaking up for myself. And it is my fault. And I will totally take that. Because I know that if I spoke up and if I just straight up told him no, then it wouldn't have been a problem. And so that also goes into, being very aware when you are in a relationship. Being very aware of yourself, knowing your boundaries, and not just saying yes for the sake of saying yes to please someone else. You can still have your space and do your own thing and come back and just share these things with someone else. And yeah, it's like, allow each other to have that space too. Like if your guy wants to go out and have a guy's night, have that trust in him And if he's broken your trust before, then explain to him. Just be like, hey, you've broken my trust. I want to trust you. I want to let you out and have your thing, but my trust has been broken. Let's figure out a way to get this fixed. And sometimes that can work. Sometimes guys tend to take that personally. I have seen more guys take things like that personally than women. Women do sometimes, not as often as men. And a lot of that, I think, has to do with the ego of everything. And it's natural. I mean, men have testosterone, and testosterone is very more so based in like an aggressive nature. So when the testosterone is kicked in and everything, it kind of creates a more of a defense reaction. So it's just being communicative in a healthy way that gets your point across, that's not attacking. And even if you have to write it out. No, it wasn't 7.5. Anyway, so always try to communicate. Try your best to just say no. And if they're not listening, drop whatever it is. Drop whatever it is that they are trying to get you to do, and you have expressed yourself several times. No is no. I'm not going to do this because I don't want to. It makes me uncomfortable. Just, if they're not listening, then just drop what it is. Whatever it is, drop it and go. Just do you. Stand up for you. Be your own shield. Don't just be your own sword. Also have a shield. Protect yourself. Super Sly, where do I watch the OVA? Go to yuyuhakusho.tv. Go into their little categories thing. You'll see their episodes. Click there. You'll see all the sagas that they have. And you'll see the OVA specials at the bottom of that list. You'll have to download it. I actually have both episodes saved onto my phone, and I'm not going to delete it. I don't care if my memory runs out. I will delete other apps. I don't care. That is staying on my phone for the rest of the time that I own this phone, and it'll probably go back on my next one that I get. But anyway, yes, and that is another thing too. I do want to actually touch on this before we go, because I do have to get going here in a bit. When a trust is broken. Oh, hey! Yeah, Detective of Spirit Realm. Yes, I remember you. Yeah, no problem. Watch it. It is amazing. It's not in English subtitles yet, but the animation is just... Anyway. Trust communication and be transparent. Look for red flags. Absolutely. Yes, Manny is absolutely right on this. If anything just sticks out to you that's like a big warning sign, like whether or not that they have certain habits, or like if you see them like constantly like going out drinking all the time, and if you ask them about it and they're just like, oh, well, it's just what I do after work. Red flag. Walk away. Yeah, and yes, relationships as well. If they have, I don't want to say this like for every person, because some people just do have bad luck, like myself. If they have a lot of people that they had been with, and like ex relationships and whatnot, basically their number. If their number is pretty big, take it as a red flag. Turn the other way. Find someone else. More fish in the sea. Be picky. Don't be afraid to be picky with who you want to be with. Like, this is something that I even have a hard time accepting. Just in my entire life. I always was like, well, this guy's giving me attention and it's probably as good as I'm gonna get. So no. Past me, I want to slap past me. I used to always think that way, that like I didn't deserve any better and I didn't deserve something healthy and good. And it's like, no, everyone deserves a healthy relationship. As long as you are good and positive and healthy towards others, then yes, you deserve a good, healthy relationship. If you are abusive, or if you are self-abusive, even doing self-harm and things like that, work on yourself. Go to therapy. Go get counseling even. There's apps out there. There's all kinds of things out there. Get yourself help. That is the whole point of these amenities and whatnot being available to you, is you have a problem and you need help for it. Get help. Reach out. No one's going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. And that is the biggest thing. Everybody's always wanting for that hand to reach down and help them up. You have to be the one to reach up first. You have to be the one to ask for that help. You have to be the one to ask for it. And you can't just have it happen for you. Yeah, it's something that you have to reach for it. Like this painting, for instance. The painting's not going to finish itself. I would love for it to. That'd be great. But it's not. And if I don't work on it, it's not going to be any different tomorrow. If I don't work on it in a year, it's going to look exactly the same in a year. If I take the time to sit here, get my paints out, and paint and work on it, it will change and it will grow and it will turn into what I want it to be. So yes, things take work. Things take time too. This isn't going to be done. Like if I start painting this now, it's not going to be done tonight. And that's okay. Nobody is going to change overnight. And if they do, they're a liar. They are a bull-faced liar. And do not believe them. Turn around, walk away. But the people who don't get help for themselves often wouldn't get help even if someone told them to. Yes, exactly. And a lot of that has to do with, again, self-love. You have to love yourself enough to say, okay, I need help. I need to accept help. I'm going to go get help. And if you don't have that self-love for yourself, then life is just going to have that same cycle. It's going to have the same turmoil. You're going to have people that leave you, that walk away from you because you're not doing something for yourself. And only you can do things for yourself. You know yourself better than anyone else around you. Your mother, father, siblings, family, friends, nobody knows you as well as yourself. And if you don't give yourself that help, if you don't get yourself up and out that door to get help, no one's going to do it for you. And because even if they try, you will tell them no until you're blue in the face. And that doesn't do any good for anybody. It's exhausting. It's as somebody who has depression and anxiety and all kinds of issues and a history also with self-harm, I didn't realize that I had a problem with self-harm until I started doing something about it. And now it's like whenever I get that urge, if I'm like having a really, really bad time and I just want to hurt myself or I want to feel pain, I go to a tattoo shop or a piercing shop and I get something done. Like this was from a very, very bad day and I wanted to feel pain. And normally when I feel that way, when I feel that heavy darkness, I would self-harm. So instead, I went to a piercing shop and I got it done. And it was perfect. Like the amount of pain that came from this was all that I needed. And now I have a cool piercing and I like it and it's cool. I get a lot of compliments and yeah. I tried changing it out, but apparently I am very allergic to a lot of metals. So that was not fun. That was very tender. That made my whole entire nose sore for quite a while. But yeah, no, it's just something of like, you find something to replace that bad habit with, because you can't just get rid of a habit. You have to replace a bad habit with a positive habit. And for me, it's, getting something like this. Now, thankfully, since I got this done, I haven't had that urge. Yes, I have an ink itch like you would not believe. I want a tattoo like there's no tomorrow. But I'm broke. So that's not going to happen. And that's okay. How do you convince someone they're worth something without being an SO? Well, okay. That's a hard one because it's different for everybody. It's different for every person involved. It's different for even the outside person. For me, it was my kids. Seeing my kids just get so excited when they see me just walk through the door, just from going to the store or something. Just like doing a quick little trip with my friend to just pick up something or whatever. I'd come back and they would just lose their mind seeing me come through the door. It was like coming home to a house full of puppies. It was just awesome. And that made me feel worthwhile. And that made me feel just like a $1,000,000. And it's definitely something that I keep in mind every day. Like those girls are freaking amazing. They are the love and light of my life. And I can't imagine my life without them. I've been a mom since I was 19, and I can't imagine my life being any different. And I'll go to the ends of the world for them. I mean, seriously, they are my life. They are my world. Their happiness is my happiness. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video with the giveaway that I won. I mean, they really are. So that's how it was for me. So people who don't have kids or don't have that, that thing, that's something to live for, that's something to strive for. That's really hard. And that was something that I struggled with when I was a teenager. I had nothing to live for. I was homeschooled. I was bored all the time. And I found a lot of passion in research, which is why I'm such a research nerd now. But back then it was really tough to find something worth living for. Okay, that's all right. I was that way too. I used to cut myself and one point died. And when I was 5, I was sexually abused by mom, uncle, girlfriend, and I needed some counseling, but did the best thing I did. Yes. Manny, I am so sorry that so much happened to you. And I mean, I totally sympathize. I've been through a lot in my life as well. Been through sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, you name it. Mine are too. Even though they drive me bonkers, training horses and dressage therapy is awesome, and I'm proud of you too. Thank you, Candace. I'm proud of you. And yes, oh God, animals. Oh, love animals. They are my therapy too. But yeah, it's finding something that gives you something worth living for. Like whether it be adventure, like having an adventure, like going out and like doing travel or whatever, or your kids. That's okay. That's okay, Candace. Yeah, kids can drive you crazy. My kids drive me crazy all the time, but I still love the crap out of them. But yeah, it's just finding that thing that makes you want to like look forward to, like, oh hey, I get to go out of town on this day, like for me, like I get to go to Seattle soon, like that's so fucking cool. I'm so excited for that. But getting into up territory now. Yeah, and it's like finding something, like whether it be creating, traveling, therapy, animal therapy, or even like being a foster to kids or to animals, a foster parent. There's always something that calls to somebody. For me, it took me a long time to find out what that was, and I find out that I'm one of those people that I'm not stuck to any one thing. I love multiple things, and I can quickly teach myself to be decently skilled at quite a lot of things. So it's just a matter of just pushing yourself and trying things and finding that excitement, that little spark that kind of gets you going and makes you excited to wake up the next day for. So it's really hard when it's somebody who is not a parent. For me personally, just because I've been a parent for so long. But yeah, for somebody who is not a parent, I honestly wouldn't know what to say other than that. Finding a passion, finding something that gives them that thing to wake up for the next day. Now I want to be a life coach, and I discovered Logic 1 to 800 song or 1-800 song and help me get through my separation and divorce. Yes. I think we need to do a pack horse trip into the Rockies for a girl trip. Oh, I've never been horseback riding, and that is like a bucket list. I've always wanted to go horseback riding. I love horses. I think they're beautiful. I think they're wonderful. And I would love to go horseback riding. I think that is the coolest thing ever. And yeah, you're doing awesome. Oh, thank you, Candace. And yes, Manny, you are doing great. I'm so proud of you for doing all that you're doing. Everybody here, I am so happy that all of you guys are here with me. And thank you so much for just being here. You guys are just so great. Sold. Yes, I would love to do that. Seriously, like I'm turning 30 in March, guys. I'm turning 30. Holy shit. I'm turning 30 in March. Yeah, that just blows my mind. I'm like, yeah, we are great. Yeah. So, yeah, like yeah, give me suggestions of things that I should do, and like I'll live stream them and everything. Because I'm turning 30. Like I need to do like bucket list things and whatnot. Why 30? Why? I'm turning 30. Dirty 30. Can you tell I'm a wee bit nervous? Live stream the 30. Yeah. Well, I am really excited because February 17th, I'm going to be seeing Bert Kreischer, who is an amazing comedian. I am so excited to see that. That's going to be an early birthday present. You're as old as Taylor Swift. Is she born in 89? Because if she's born in 89, then yeah, we're the same age. I know Daniel Radcliffe and I are the same age. He'll turn 30 in July next year, June or July. Learn to jiggle? Do you mean juggle? Because I'm not going to jiggle. I jiggle just from walking. I'm not going to do that on a live stream. I'm not. Jesus Christ. No, yeah. If you mean juggle, Candace, I will definitely learn to juggle because I've always wanted to do that. I have horrible eye-hand coordination. I have horrible eye-feet coordination. I can't dance for the life of me. With all the stuff that I can do, I can paint, I can draw, I can do all kinds. And we're back yet again. I don't know why that keeps happening. Excuse me. Jiggle. I would love to learn how to juggle. But yeah, with all the things that I can do, and I used to do ballet when I was a kid. I grew up doing ballet. I cannot dance for the life of me. I would like to actually take a dancing lesson. That would be cool. Juggle. That would be cool to do. Investigation at the Queen Mary. At the Queen Mary. Yeah, I would love to. I would love to do that. And the most haunted room there. We all know that room. Well, if you guys follow Glam and Gore here on YouTube, then you know the room because she was in there for her little Halloween special thing of doing makeup in haunted places. I was disappointed though when she was in Jerome, Arizona. She did not stay in the Jerome Grand Hotel. Shame on her. OMG. Irish dancing over Skype. Oh my god. Okay. Full transparency here. I actually have always wanted to learn how to Irish step dance. Lord of the Dance. Yeah, I was a big fan when I was a kid. Michael Flatley. Jesus Christ. I loved watching that when I was a kid. I always wanted to learn how to do that. I just can't dance for the life of me, and I have horrible ankles and knees and hips now. I am just a wreck. Martial arts has kicked my ass. But yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, no, seriously, doing the Irish step dancing, there will be a lot of jiggle all over the place. So there you go. Anyway, I do have to wrap this up here, guys, and I do love you so much. thank you, all of you. Candace, Manny, Kirby, Couch, all of you. Who else was there? There was also who? There was Brianna. Brianna, was it Brianna? I think it was. Oh yeah, Super Sly too. Yes, Super Sly, and I think it was Brianna. I'm horrible with names though, so I'm checking. I think it was Brianna. And Jessica too. Jessica, yes. Okay, so yes, thank you guys so much. Candace, oh my gosh, you are so sweet. Thank you. You're so wonderful. Thank you. It's all helping to support this channel, so you guys are so awesome. I love you guys so much. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing more live streams. So she's a YouTuber that does paranormal investigations and stories. Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to check her out. Brittany44. Pumpkin Spice. Pumpkin Spice Mondays from Pumpkin Spice Mondays. Anyway, love you guys so much. Like I said, and like I'm showing, more live streams more often. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, send suggestions my way of things that I should do before I turn 30. So yeah, love you guys. Mwah! Yin Yang is a balance, and the balance lies within yourself. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one, which will be very soon, probably on Friday. Oh wait, no, tomorrow's Friday. Today's Thursday. That's right, Saturday. Look out for Saturday. Love you guys. Bye.